Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a full face of my favorite makeup at the moment. Okay guys, so you guys are going to have to ignore the fact that my lashes are literally looking insane. They're all like slanted one way as well. I don't even know what's going on. The other day I was in my car and I found a mini size of the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I carry some makeup in my car, so that's literally why I had this in there. And I'm like, I ran out of it. Why don't I just steal this since I never do my makeup in the car? So whatever. I don't even know why I brought this up because I actually already applied primer. I already applied the Tatcha one. So we're gonna just stick with that one. So we're gonna start off with eyebrows. So with eyebrows, I feel like I have repeated myself so many times. Like you guys already know the eyebrow stuff that I like, but I'm gonna show you guys really quick, but I will be doing them off camera just because, like I said, it's just the same thing. So if you guys want to see that, you guys can watch my latest like makeup routine video, I think it was. I don't know, but I do my eyebrows on there in the exact same way that I'm gonna do them right now. So I usually use three things. So I use the Kosas Brow Pop Nanometer pencil. This is what it looks like. It's super thin. And I use in the shade dark brown. And then I also use this Anastasia highlighting duo pencil. I have the lightest and I have the dark shade. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 shades. I don't know. And then for concealer on my brow bone, because this is just for the top, shade Swan. Let me show you guys the brushes that I use as well, because I want to show you guys all the brushes, everything, like everything that I'm going to use is things I recommend, including the brushes, because I know how hard it is to find brushes sometimes. So I will be including that in here as well. So for the brush that I use to carve out my brows, I use the Morphe Eye Detailed M382 brush. It's a pretty flat brush and it's pretty thin. I like to use either of these 2 concealer brushes to just blend in that concealer after I'm done carving it. I use the Rare Beauty concealer brush, or I will use the Morphe M132. This one's definitely a bigger brush compared to the Rare Beauty one. Both help me for different things. So yeah, I love these 2 brushes. Definitely recommend. I did my eyebrows and I also applied some concealer on my eyelids because I'm going to be applying some eyeshadow. Eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using for this look. I'm just going to grab a little bit of Cashmere Bunny and then Sex Espresso. Put it on. This palette literally smells like chocolates. Not even kidding. You guys remember back then when these were edible and you were able to eat, like people would actually eat them? I was one of those. I actually literally tried it. Like I obviously wouldn't go in for it as a snack, but like I did try it and it really does tastes like chocolate. The colors are just perfect and I love the shimmers. And I'm going to take a little bit of Push Up, apply that kind of like in the center. Then I'm thinking of applying this Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shot. This is absolutely beautiful, so we're going to go ahead and apply a little bit of that in her corner, just on this little section right here. Whenever I use this one by itself, I usually apply the Silk Teddy instead of the Charlotte Tilbury one. But I really love these 2 products, so I wanted to show you guys both. Because I know some people like shimmers more than just like matte regular eyeshadows. So yeah, this is a really good one. The other day I literally used it just by itself all over my eyelid and it looks so beautiful. So this is definitely worth it. And of course the Too Faced is just a perfect staple. It has all the perfect colors and I think it's perfect for people that like shimmer in their eyeshadow. And it has a little bit of matte colors too, so it has a little bit of both, so that's why I love that palette. Now moving on to foundation, but before we apply foundation, we are going to be applying some of this NARS Light 2 Soft Matte Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer and this is in the shade Vanilla. I absolutely love this NARS Pot Concealer. This is a product that everybody needs to have, so I'm going to use this Morphe brush. I either use this one or the Rare Beauty one. And I'm just gonna cover up any pimples that you can see. So now we're gonna let that sit for a little bit and then we're just gonna apply our foundation over that. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Vanish Hourglass foundation stick in the shade Alabaster. We're just gonna go ahead and apply that. And I did not add any of that Charlotte Tilbury, like, what is it? The Flawless filter, but I usually do apply that. I'm more so like in the summer. I feel like I do apply it sometimes in the winter because sometimes I feel like I look super like dry. It adds like plump and glowiness to my face, which I love. Now to blend out that foundation, we're gonna be going in with the Morphe M103 foundation brush. If you guys didn't know, this has been like my favorite brush right now for my foundation. I obviously always go in with my beauty blender, but I feel like it does such a good job at spreading the product all over my face. Make sure you're just tapping gently over that section because you're not supposed to be blending it out. Now moving on to a contour stick that has been my favorite one for the past like year already. This is the Too Faced contour stick. This is in chocolate mousse. I love the formula of this. I love the way it smells. It smells like oranges, but like chocolate. It's so creamy. You definitely want to be careful when applying this product because it's super creamy and buttery, and it's also very pigmented, so keep that in mind. So for my bronzer, I have two favorite brushes. This is the Say bronzing brush. Absolute favorite. Love it so much. I've been having this one for like a year or two. I don't really remember. This one I just recently got this year, but this one is the Morphe M242 Cream and Liquid Bronzer Brush. I love both. I'm just gonna use this one for the sake of this video because I have been using that one a lot in my other videos. So just to show you guys how both of them work. Also, I'm really sorry about my bracelet. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, it just looks like so beautiful. And when I'm tan, like it looks even better. You guys can see it's super creamy and buttery and it just blends in very seamless. I did see that Anastasia came out with a blurring like matte one, I believe. Very interesting. I actually really want to try it, but I have seen some reviews and some people are saying that it's good, but it's not really worth it. But I feel like it would be worth it if you don't have any matte ones. So yeah, that's why I really want to try that one. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite nose contouring brush that I use to contour. This is the 4 Contour 3. This is the Patrick Ta brush. I love this brush. It's so freaking good. It just gets up in the perfect areas. It does such a good job contouring the nose. I love it. I want to show you guys my two favorite concealers. This is in the shade Birch, and the NARS one is in the shade Light 2.2. The only reason why I mix these two is because this one is too light and this one is too dark, so I have to mix them in together. But my summer shade is the Cotton in Vanish for the Hourglass. I take the Hourglass one first, and these are in the minis, by the way. So I take that one first, and I take the NARS concealer and I put that like right here, right behind, kind of like in the middle, something like that. I didn't even use my beauty blender. I just realized because the brush did such a good job with blending that out. Sometimes I always have to go with it with like the beauty blender because I feel like some brushes are just super streaky, but that's like a really good brush right there. Then depending on how much coverage I want for my under eyes, I either use the concealer or I use the beauty blender. So when I use the concealer brush, I feel like it does a better job at doing like a full coverage type of like under eye. And then whereas when I do with the beauty blender, I just have a feeling that it looks a little bit more lighter. Like it's a little, like it thins out a little just because, you know, the beauty blender absorbs a lot of the product. If your beauty blender is super wet, it will tend to absorb more of the product, which is a little weird, but I've noticed that. And then now I'm gonna be showing you guys my favorite freaking blush at the moment. This is the Rhode Piggy Pocket Blush. I don't know why, but this has been my favorite blush right now. Just looks so beautiful on the skin. Honestly, I feel like Rhode is always like my favorite blushes. They just have the prettiest, like, do you guys see that pigment? It's so beautiful. And I love to wear them more when I don't have like a full face on. I feel like it looks so beautiful. But I have been putting this one on a lot when I'm doing like a full face. And I mean, it just looks so beautiful. Like, I love this. Okay, now with setting powder. No, it's not the Huda Beauty one. You guys already know I love that one. That one's one of my favorite ones. However, I have been getting back into the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. It's so good. I had forgotten how good it was. This is in shade 3. It's lighter than the Huda Beauty one for sure. And I just apply that on my under eye. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Laura Mercier right over here. One of my favorite bronzers of all time has always been the Airbrush Bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury. I absolutely love this. I've been having this for a while and I used to use it like crazy, and it's such a huge compact. You get so much product in here. It hasn't even hit pan yet. Like, it's absolutely insane. And I have been using this so much more again. I have been loving that matte finish look, and I love that this will do that. And I will always take my Patrick Ta brush. I had struggled for like super long try to find the perfect bronzing brush, and this one is the best one I've ever found. I'm gonna take my Smashbox palette, which is broken, and this is what I use to contour my nose. Sometimes when I feel like I want my nose to look even smaller, and then I take this like Luxie 250 large eye blending brush and I just blend that out. Now to set down my eyebrows, I either use the Brow Freeze gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, or I will use the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. I'm going to be using the Anastasia one today, just because I feel like this one is a little bit stronger. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I did buy the Huda Beauty one, guys. I'm so excited to try that one because this one has like a glowy effect to it. I love this one so much. However, I really want to try like a matte one. I want to see what it looks like on me, because this one, my skin always looks super glowy after I apply this setting spray, which I love that, but I really want to try a matte one. I don't know. I feel like I've been getting into matte makeup recently, but I'm trying to like crack the code. What's the perfect way to do matte makeup for a girly that has dry skin like me? You know what I mean? So once I find that out, I'll let you guys know and I'll show you guys a tutorial. Now moving on to lip products, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Cheat Lip Liner. And then I'm going to be applying this Morphe Heat Swarm Lip Gloss. These are literally to die for. I love these. Then I'm going to be applying some mascara underneath. This is the L'Oreal Paris Waterproof Telescopic Mascara. So this is the end result of my skin and just how my face looks overall with all of my favorite products at the moment. I have been absolutely loving all of these products. I am sorry that I'm putting this out after the Sephora sales event. These are just products that I love, and a lot of them I have already had them for a while. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.